Good evening and welcome back. It's now Matt Rogers and it's 21:90 PM, Saturday 17th the 6th 2017. And as I said on the other video, I'm going to look now at the Mexico cams, and I hope that everybody in Mexico is so safe and well, and they're all noticing the skies now. I've got about 7 subscribers from Mexico that are emailing me saying their skies are getting very red. And that object that went down the horizon, you will see on the next piece of footage on a Mexico cam, that same red colour before the sunrise. So again, have a safe evening all of you, and I will get back to you shortly. This is the Mexico cam image, okay? This is called the Latin Americana cam in Mexico. And you can see the sunrise, and you can see that red reflection to the right hand side. Look where they chemtrail. All across it, chemtrail through the skies. I mean, it's so evident now, isn't it? And this heavily object is getting bigger. And if you look to this side of the sky, you will see that object. But again, they can't chemtrail all the time, can they? They can't cover it 100%. That's why you'll be able to see it through the thickness of the chemtrails. Some of these chemtrails won't be as thick as others, so you will clock it. You will see this. Now again, I used an iPhone 4S. It's not very good to film, okay, at night time. It's a low resolution camera, but again I caught the image. But you can see this clearly on this webcam, can't you? That these chemtrails are getting much stranger, much thicker, and you can see the red reflection coming from the right hand side. So I'm going to flick through this cam for you. Okay, I just want to show you this, okay? Now, this heavily body that's on the horizon that I caught last night, early hours of the morning, it goes down on the horizon before sunrise. I mean, the thing is, look at the red trash, okay? As the sun, okay? I'll just show you this. Hold on a second, please. Okay, sorry about that. I was going through the cam image, but you can see clearly here, as I go through cam, as the sun, okay, I'm moving it so it goes back down, okay, this area lights up, okay, now, as the sun rises, it goes down the way, the colour goes down the way, look at this, okay, so you've got this same colour, this same texture of redness that I spotted last night, early hours of the morning. You can see this, can't you? Okay, now as the sun's rising, it goes down on the horizon as the sun rises. So this object is going down the way. This red celestial body is going down the way as the sun rises up. You can see this, can't you? I'll take it back again. It's the same reflection, isn't it? The same colour in the sky. It's here. Look at this. Can you see this red reflection? It's not from our sun. This is from, I believe, Nibiru. You can see this, can't you? Again, I apologise for tapping through the cam there to try and get it sorted so we can see this. I'm going to go to a different cam now. Okay, I'm going to go through this cam, okay? This is another Latin America's cam. And I want to show you this time lapse. We'll start this now. And you can see again on the ground how dark it is. It's far too dark for the daytime for the sun to be up there, and it's I mean, watch this. You'll see the sky, the sun above there. Look, I mean, look how dim it is on the ground, and look at those broken clouds being burnt away. There's not many chemtrails up there on that evening. I mean, look how dark it is now. It's just very, very much dark now. So I'm going to go to another image now, but I mean, it's getting stranger. I mean, look at this Acapulco cam. This is a marina cam in Mexico. Okay, now another kind subscriber lives very close to this area in Mexico, and look at the sky. Look how they've sprayed the sky, and the sun with those objects are up there, and it's so dim on the ground. And this is what they're saying. They're saying that they're spraying their skies and it's too dark there in Mexico. It's far too dark. They are spraying to hide those objects. Now, when spotting that object, you can see clearly on the webcams now that they are really pelting the skies now, aren't they, with the aluminium and barium and all the other chemicals to try and block the truth. And also with the heat that's rising, the sun is still at a solar maximum. Those coronal holes are so big now. There's chunks coming off the sun, there's flares heading towards our Earth. It's getting really bad now. It really is. Because again, the rapture, I believe that something huge is going to happen, and I know you do too. Something big is going to happen, because look at the natural clouds towards the mountains on the right hand side. They're just very low, sitting there, not protecting anyone anymore. It's all about chems now. They shouldn't be called chemtrails anymore. They should be called fluffy clouds. I mean, look at the state of them. Look at the state of the sky. A sheet of tracing paper just marked right across the sky. It's not natural, is it, to humanity? It's very unnatural, and it's causing problems to ourselves. I've noticed as well through these weeks that people's washing lines, there's barium, there's aluminium that's stuck on them, there's like fluff, and people are starting to question it now. The neighbours and also people around the world are noticing the same thing, that this dust, this cobwebbed material is landing on everything, and it's harming us, our lungs, it's harming our bodies, and they still go on about us harming the earth. I mean, what a bunch of hypocrites the government are these days. They need to now tell us. So again, I'm going to flick through this cam for you. Okay, I've come across this cam as well. Okay, now what I've done is though, okay, I've started the cam, the video footage that you saw earlier on, I've started the cam, okay, from the beginning in the morning. And also, it's very strange, you'll see there's a light source that's coming up this way here to be our sun, but there's another object that lights up here and then disappears. And also I want to show you this as well on this cam, that you'll see these strange chems that just appear from nowhere, okay, and just become above those natural clouds, and they're chemtrails. But the thing is, I don't know how they're doing this. Are they using HARP? Is this part of what HARP is now, and CERN controlling the way they use these clouds and start them up? Now watch this, there's no plane in sight. Now first of all I want to show you this object, okay, that lights up the sky. I apologise for these white screens, they always do it. I mean, look at this, there's a light source that comes here, okay, now there's two. The sun is coming up from this way. I mean, look at this, can you see this brightening up this area here? Okay, you've still got this bright area here as well, and it goes down. Look at this. And then we get the sun that comes up as well, rises. I mean, look at this, it disappears, it's gone. Okay? I mean, what's going on? Okay, what I'm going to do is now, right, I'm going to fast forward this cam, okay, so you can see that these, you'll see a strange cloud that comes up, okay, shows itself, and these chems, watch out for the chems. Now these are natural clouds that are being lowered down because of the Nibiru magnetic fields pushing it all down, okay, it's stressing our earth out. I mean, the core of the earth is burning now, it really is. It's like a furnace down there, and it's getting worse down at the earth's core. Now I want to just press on and show you this, okay? Watch the chems, they go the opposite way, okay? Look at this, just turning up on the screen here. Can you see this? It just turns up, and then we see these strange formations up there in the sky. These are natural clouds. Now these are chems. I mean, they go the complete opposite way. Okay, well, I'm going to turn this, start this cam again. Hold on a second, I'll show you this. Okay, I'm going to start from the beginning on this cam, okay? And I'm going to press onto it. So you'll see the two different light sources from the right hand side and the left hand side, two light sources. Let's start that again because that looked very interesting. I'm going to just slow through this for you. Okay? Now 1, 2. Can you see that? Left and right. Now you'll see the natural clouds coming through now. Okay? And there's that chemtrail. Watch that big chemtrail, just there it is. Look at it on the screen. It just, there's no chem plane. There's something that else is being used up there to spray our skies. You can see this clearly now, can't you? And over to the left hand side. There's a lot going on up there now. This is called the Panoramica cam, volcano cam, and in Mexico. So let's flick through this cam, but that is an outstanding image, isn't it? You could see again those chemtrails being burnt away above there, and the natural clouds on the horizon there, and that red reflection. You can see this on the clouds. That's the big giveaway that we have that object up there with our sun. Okay, now we've got this cam as well, and I want to show you something on the cam. Okay, now there's something that's being cloaked here, and there's an object behind it, and that red reflection, and we get a glimpse of this red reflection, don't we, before sunrise. It's here. There's something that's here. Okay, let's just go through the cam here. Can you see this? There's an object that's being covered here. Okay, you can see that redness in the sky. There it is again. See, the thing is, when you see this pink reflection on the buildings and everything, wherever you are around the world, and this red sky, you've got to ask yourself, I've never seen this before. You know, when you see a different strange colour up there in the sky, it makes you think, doesn't it? And you must think out the box with this, because look at this. There's something that's brightening up, that's being cloaked, covered up. This doesn't look right, does it, to the rest of the sky? Anyway, so, I mean, you can see this, can't you? There's something that's there. I'm going to flick through the cam. Okay, let's flick through this cam now. You could just see the strangest different clouds and different formations and everything. I mean, chems one way and clouds the other way. I mean, everything has changed. It's too dark now on the cam. See, on that last cam, the time-lapse jumps through the day and then it jumps to night time. So it's just the time-lapse on the Mexico cams. But again, it was getting too dark. Now, we've got this image here, okay? This is called the Monterey cam. And we've got Nibiru, or we've got the brown dwarf star. Now, the object's up there on this cam. This is not lens flare. This is not anything else, okay? Camera trickery or anything, okay? So it's on the right-hand side. Now, we can see this now. Watch this, okay? It's really important that you see this now. I mean, you can't miss it. I mean, look at this, okay? There's an object. Comes into play. It disappears. Okay? There it is. It disappears. Here it is. This is a reflection that's coming through. This is not a lens flare. Okay? You can see a shadow just coming off it here on the right hand side. And this is what we see. Okay? As the sun rises, we see this long line of shadow coming across the sky. I mean, there it is. There is a heavenly body that's coming up on the screen there. Okay? You can see that, can't you? You can see the time lapse on the top there. It just shows itself. See this? I mean, look at the red reflection, the haze across the horizon. I mean, people would have spotted that if they could, okay? But they mirror this, they cloak it. NASA, never a straight answer, cloaks these objects all the time. But as I said at the beginning of the video, that they can't cover it 100%, and it's down to people like us and yourselves to be able to spot these objects and being persistent. You have to be persistent to see these objects. They are up there. And people all over the world are going to see this. I mean, you can see the shadow. Let me zoom into this, okay? Okay, I've zoomed in for you. And I am saying to you now that, I mean, the thing is, it's got markings on it. Can you see this? It's got like a marking on it here. It's very, you can see the roundness here, can't you? It's very faint, isn't it? But you can see this shadow just coming off it here and here. This dark patch. I mean, it's lighting up, isn't it? So anyway, I'm going to go to another image for you. See, when you enhance that image, you can see a round celestial object behind that. Now, again, it could be simply anything, but we're going to check all the way through, aren't we? We're just going to keep going until we get the right piece of footage. I mean, you can see here, this is part of a lens flare. But look at the red haze. Look at the haze and this blue light source. I mean, we're seeing this again, aren't we? The red and the blue all the time. The darkness of the skies. If you tilt your screen back a bit, you will see these reflections. You will see these colours clear. I mean, again on the land, it's far too dark. Okay, you're looking at the Zacatecas cam in Mexico, and also timestamp 6:44:04 seconds, the 17th today. And there's another red light source, as I said, on the other cam. You'll see this red reflection coming down. Complete different light source from the sun. We've never seen this before. If you see, I'm moving the cam now across, you can see all those chemtrails lighting up, and this red reflection that's not part of our sun. Look at the trash, and this is what I saw early hours of the morning, the spray in the skies as this object goes down the way. I mean, look at this. The red reflection disappears. Can you see this? If I go back down, there's the red reflection. These reflections disappear to the right hand side. It's just very clear, isn't it, seeing this? I mean, like on the other image, it could have been anything. It really could have been anything, but we're just going to keep persistent and keep going, because I feel it's important for all of you to be able to check and see and find and notice, because many of you as well will notice things I might not be able to see on the webcams. And I think that's fantastic that we're all joining in together to seeing what we're noticing in the skies. I'm going to go to another cam now image. This is the famous Cosmo cam, okay? And you can see that the sky there is a right mess. Look at it. It's a pure mess. To the left hand side, up behind those natural clouds that just look a mess now, are those chems again. And look how low the clouds are. It's just a mess, and far too dark for 16, 17 and 36 onward seconds. Far too dark. Okay, this is another killer image, isn't it? I mean, look at this. Okay, there's something that's going down, the same colour, isn't it? This reddy orange image that's going down on the horizon. The sun's coming up from behind us on this image, and there's a blue reflection that's there as well. This on the opposite side of the sun. I mean, the chems and everything give it away. They're blocking it. It can't be the sun that's reflecting, because there's too much chems up there. 6:02 and 4 seconds. There's two objects on the screen. If I play this video, you'll see the sun coming up behind us and then reflect on the boats, the ships that come in, as the people are there waiting for their holidays. And God bless to all of them, because this huge event's coming and they're going to all be affected by this. And because of media, they don't know. It's only us that are wide awake to this now. Remember, on this image, you've got that blue reflection that's up there on the horizon and the red reflection. Again, is it the blue and the red Kachina? Let's play the cam, okay? Okay, that red object goes down. Okay, the blue object disappears and the sun's rising behind us. You can see this now, can't you? It's so evident now, isn't it? And look at all those chems. It's just a mess up there, isn't it? They go a different way from the natural clouds. They're like a crisscross way, aren't they? Anyway, you can see this now. Okay, this is the last cam for this evening, and I'll do some more work tomorrow morning with other cam images. Now, this is quite hard to see, this cam. This is the Taj Mahal cam. That's well known to a lot of people that follow the channels. And there's an object here. There's a round object that's just illuminating out there above our Earth's atmosphere. You can just see this now. If I flip through the cam, it stays there. Can you see this? There it is. I apologise about the white screens. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go now. So respect to all of you, and I'll be back again tomorrow. And remember, it's so important to keep your eyes to the skies. From Matt Rogers. Okay, sorry about that. I was going through the cam image, but you can see clearly here, as I go through cam, as the sun, okay, I'm moving it so it goes back down, okay, this area lights up, okay, now, as the sun rises, it goes down the way, the colour goes down the way, look at this, okay, so you've got this same colour, this same texture of redness that I spotted last night, early hours of the morning. You can see this, can't you? Okay, now as the sun's rising, it goes down on the horizon as the sun rises. So this object is going down the way. This red celestial body is going down the way as the sun rises up. You can see this, can't you? I'll take it back again. It's the same reflection, isn't it? The same colour in the sky. It's here. Look at this. Can you see this red reflection? It's not from our sun. This is from, I believe, Nibiru. You can see this, can't you? Again, I apologise for tapping through the cam there to try and get it sorted so we can see this. I'm going to go to a different cam now. Good evening and welcome back. It's now Matt Rogers and it's 21:90 PM, Saturday 17th the 6th 2017. And as I said on the other video, I'm going to look now at the Mexico cams, and I hope that everybody in Mexico is so safe and well, and they're all noticing the skies now. I've got about 7 subscribers from Mexico that are emailing me saying their skies are getting very red. And that object that went down the horizon, you will see on the next piece of footage on a Mexico cam, that same red colour before the sunrise. So again, have a safe evening all of you, and I will get back to you shortly. This is the Mexico cam image, okay? This is called the Latino Americana cam in Mexico. And you can see the sunrise, and you can see that red reflection to the right hand side. Look where they chemtrail. All across it, chemtrail through the skies. I mean, it's so evident now, isn't it? And this heavenly object is getting bigger. And if you look to this side of the sky, you will see that object. But again, they can't chemtrail all the time, can they? They can't cover it 100%. That's why you'll be able to see it through the thickness of the chemtrails. Some of these chemtrails won't be as thick as others, so you will clock it. You will see this. Now again, I used an iPhone 4S. It's not very good to film, okay, at night time. It's a low resolution camera, but again, I caught the image. But you can see this clearly on this webcam, can't you? That these chemtrails are getting much stranger, much thicker, and you can see the red reflection coming from the right hand side. So I'm going to flick through this cam for you. Okay, I just want to show you this, okay? Now, this heavenly body that's on the horizon that I caught last night, early hours of the morning, it goes down on the horizon before sunrise. I mean, the thing is, look at the red trash, okay? As the sun, okay, I'll just show you this, hold on a second please.